Hello everybody and welcome to the Quantics kitchen. We are going to do chicken with 3-bean stew today. Very straightforward but delicious. This is a 45-35-20 breakdown. What that means is it's 45% protein, 35% carbohydrates, and 20% fat. So to get into this dish, I'm going to introduce all the ingredients to you. It looks like a lot, but it's actually not. We're going to start right over here with some sliced garlic. This is 1 clove, about 5-6 grams. And then some onion, which is about 20 grams, which is literally about that much. So you can actually use a small shallot if you wanted to. And then a bay leaf, just one. You have 5 grams or a very small sprig of rosemary. You have 60 grams each of these beans. You have French green beans, you have chickpeas, and we have kidney beans. And then we have 30 milliliters of white wine, any kind you like. I would stay away from the sweet ones. I would go more a Sauvignon Blanc rather than a Riesling. We have 60 ml of water, and then we have 6 grams or milliliters of extra virgin olive oil. And then the broccoli. The broccoli we have 60 grams. And then the salt and the pepper, we're just going to use to season as we go. And then we have the most important part, the protein, 140 grams already roasted chicken. This is very simple. Salt, pepper, roast it off, and then let it cool, and then wait for service. To start this off, we're going to use a pot this time. Everything is going to go inside. So what we're going to start with is the oil, and we're using extra virgin olive oil, and then straight in with the shallots and the garlic. Make sure you get it all, and immediately you're going to start smelling the fragrance. It's going to immediately just smell like delicious sauteing onions and garlic. And so all you're doing here is allowing it to slowly saute. Once you get a little bit of color like this, where it's just the edges of everything is starting to get lightly yellow brown, is when you're going to add in everything else. And it goes pretty quickly. So in goes the beans, the chickpeas, the kidney bean, and the green bean. And the herbs. You have the rosemary and the bay leaf. I'm going to give it a toss. And this is the first point at which we're going to season with salt and pepper. Pink salt, of course, and freshly ground pepper. Okay. Give it another toss. And then the wine. And you're going to hear it get really loud, and then it's going to get really quiet. And so all this steam right here that you see, that's the alcohol evaporating. But we want the flavor of the wine. And the only way that happens is by heat and reduction. Once all of this evaporates, it concentrates and has a stronger wine flavor, but you don't have the alcohol content. When the wine is almost all gone, as you can see here, you're going to want to let it go to what they call a nappe in French, which basically means it's almost dry. So when the water goes in, we're doing that for a reason, because we want this to sort of emulate a stew, but we also want to steam that broccoli. And the reason we have it raw is because if you cook it twice, then you're just depleting more nutrients, the first time versus the second time. So in this dish, since you're adding that water, you're going to make all that steam. And essentially what that steam is going to do is cook the broccoli. The last thing we're going to do is take that chicken breast that's already been roasted. We're going to take it out, just lay it on top. You don't have to do anything else, and then cover it. And you're going to let it sit for maybe 2 more minutes to check the temperature of your chicken, and then we're done. Okay, 2 minutes has gone by, and it's time to check the progress. Boom. All that lovely steam. We haven't burnt anything, so we're being successful. What we're going to do is move the chicken to the side, because we want that on the top. So we're going to take this bean stew, quote unquote, and we're going to put it on the bottom. So all of your major carbohydrates and your fats are predominantly in this stew. We'll put the chicken breast right on top. We lost a couple of beans there. And here you have chicken breasts roasted with 3-bean stew at a 45-35-20 breakdown.